Welcome to Direct Wire and Cable, located in Denver, Pennsylvania. We are about to give you a tour of the most innovative cable manufacturing facility in the world. We feel innovation, cleanliness, and organization are three of the most important aspects of running a facility. We hope as you go through the tour, you will experience this firsthand. This is our state-of-the-art rod mill. We take 5/16 rod, break it down to 12 solid in one swift process. Now take a look at the rod breakdown machine. This is where it all begins. We start with 5/16 copper rod, which is about the size of your pinky. It goes through a series of diamond dies where the wire is drawn down to 12 solid, about the size of the lead in a pencil. We utilize a special system which captures copper dust from our contained cooling system. This allows us to maintain our clean factory and is part of our copper recycling program. All of our light colored floors are of a high-grade epoxy used on equipment such as submarines and Navy ships. It also prevents us from needing steel plating and provides a bright, clean work environment for our employees. From our rod mill, we head over to our multi-wire. This is where we take the 12 solid copper and break it down to 30 gauge stranding. We run it at a speed of 4,500 feet per minute. Drawing the wire down to 30 gauge gives the product its unique flexibility that all customers desire. The entire factory has an elaborate camera system to review key processes throughout the mill. It can then be sent to any computer in the office, which allows for accurate time and productivity studies. One thing that makes us unique is that due to our static take-ups and payoff in our custom overhead guiding system, we eliminate unnecessary twists to create a higher quality product. Look up now, and you will see a better shot of the custom overhead guiding system. From the multi-wire, we head over to the bunchers, where we combine the strands to produce a strong, durable, yet more flexible product. We are now at our 1250 machine. This is the last piece in completing our copper rope. We take the bunches you saw earlier and twist them together to produce the finished cable product, which will then be moved to the CV line to get its rubber jacket. Now we're at the CV line. This is where the copper rope is extruded or coated with its rubber jacket. This process changes the molecular structure of the rubber so it does not melt even under extreme conditions. In order to keep our employees on the CV line cool, we have installed a custom AC unit which brings the temperature down from 120 degrees to a comfortable work environment. In addition, we utilize the heat that is released from the CV line to warm the building in the winter and our water chillers in the summer to cool the facility. We've added another layer of quality in our QC process. While the finished product is being run, a real-time, high-speed, high-def camera takes a close-up snapshot every 5 minutes. These images are sent to 3 areas of the quality department and examined for any issues that may arise and corrected immediately. Here at Direct Wire, we take pride in our quality. This incredible state-of-the-art lab, which was developed in conjunction with UL, is used to test every factory reel produced. These tests include copper content, jacket thickness, flexibility, heat, cold, and abrasion. We go above and beyond standard industry regulations. Our consistent testing assures a tried and true product for our customers. Now that the cable is completed and on factory reels, we need to cut it down to a size you desire. This machine was developed and patented by our own innovative engineering staff to assist our employees with an efficient and safe way to respool the reels. Here you will notice our fully stocked shelves. We understand the urgent need to provide product to a variety of industries. Whether it's a small welding shop, large manufacturer, or a restoration company assisting in a natural disaster. All of our lighting is motion censored, so lights shut off after 15 minutes of no motion to save electricity. Thank you, friends and customers. We hope you enjoyed our factory.
Welcome to Communities in Schools of PA in 360. We would like to immerse you in the experience of what it is like to be a student in a disadvantaged community and inspire you to be an agent for change. Here we are in John's bedroom at the Children's Home of Easton. For many of the adolescents, their daily reality is one of abuse or neglect.
My home life is a little different from those of normal students. At the time, I was placed into a group home in Easton because I ran away from my mom.
You have children that are more frequently growing up in single-parent homes and in poverty, and the trauma associated with some of that is really significant. And so in a school, you can't expect a child to walk in the door, leave that at the door, and come in and say, I'm ready to do reading and writing and mathematics.
Left to fend for themselves, often with the additional burden of caring for younger siblings and relatives, these students are dealing with stress that drains their energy and leaves them with no appetite for school or learning.
Life in the group home is like, it forces you to become more mature, basically grow up a lot faster. It's extremely stressful in some situations. You're dealing with kids, you live with them, you don't know these people.
These kids don't have that person that's consistent. If anything, the majority of the people that have come in their lives aren't consistent, and Communities in Schools provides that person for them.
For a variety of reasons, the students are unable to receive the care and security necessary for fostering a positive outlook at home.
What are you doing? Trey better put that phone away. The phone that I can see.
Teachers and school employees are faced with the task of not only educating their students, but providing a support system for them, as well as sensitively handling the behavioral issues that accompany the trauma carried by children coming from disadvantaged homes.
They come to school with so many risk factors, so many deficits, that it is our duty as communities in schools to provide them an equal chance to not only succeed, but graduate and become a part of this community.
My parents passed away. They both passed away from cancer. For me, it's working one job, trying to find another job, come to school, keep up with your grades, graduate school, and hopefully be able to go to college. Trying to take care of myself and take care of my youngest sister and my niece.
Like my cousins live with me, and I have my brothers and sisters, and then my grandma, my mom's boyfriend, so it's too many people.
Communities in Schools of PA strives to provide a community that will encourage and empower the children they work with so that they are able to graduate and go on to live successful lives.
What drives me every day to come to work is giving these kids a chance and opportunity to succeed in life and surround them with a community of support. Whether that be clothing, counselors, psychologists, any kind of behavioral specialist, what drives me. They're unique in their own way. These kids are unique by where they come from, what background they have. They're really no different from any other kid, but they need a kickstart. They need someone there to push them in the right direction. A kickstart might even be just a good morning, how are you? Or reaching out to a kid that might have a rougher life at home than most kids do. Whether that be they might not eat breakfast in the morning, they might not have breakfast in the morning. So by giving these students an opportunity to have breakfast really starts their day off right. As far as meeting with them every day, they see a familiar face, they can find someone to trust, and that's what's important.
When a student has to focus on their own survival, they have less time to devote to learning. Communities and Schools of PA works hard to provide the resources students need outside the classroom, such as food, appropriate clothing, or transportation in order to combat truancy.
In the school district where there's so much need, the teachers and the counselors are overwhelmed. And I think that's where the site coordinator kind of steps in and connects the community and the school and finds, the things that the kids need, whether it's clothing, food, services, therapy. So it's not about me. I think it's about the kids. It's about their daily thing. It's about their daily lives and the need and supporting the school.
By providing for basic needs, arranging programs of academic assistance and enrichment, developing programs to address behavioral issues and mental health, and fostering student interest in their community and higher learning, Communities and Schools has met their goals with great success.
I go through a lot and they really help me. It's the things they say. They don't say it like anybody else. They actually care and actually bring that love.
When you have children that aspire to be great, children that aspire to be dynamic citizens, it changes society. It's an ever-changing society. And it takes a visit to a place like this to say, wait a minute, you have to have some of your very best educators, some of your very best programming, and some of your very best stakeholders and partners on the sidelines helping these kids, or they won't make it. They won't make it. They need the supports.
Today, Communities and Schools is the largest and most effective program in the country dedicated to keeping students in the classroom. They have built lifelong relationships for success and changed lives, and the end results speak for themselves. Adversity and hardship outweighed by the will to succeed.
There's so many days where I'm sitting here and I'm just like, these kids, they have so many things against them. They have so many things that are coming at them and so many people that are trying to hurt them. They're always on the defensive. No matter what, I try to be that consistent person that's there to love them and care about them. No matter what they do, what happens, what goes on, I tell them I'm here for you. And it's despite the chaos and the craziness and the things that they do to kind of push me away because they're so used to people just walking away out of their lives. There are glimpses where I just see them smile or they have a good day and they come to me and say, thanks, Ms. Parker, and I can just see the change that they make, and that is what makes it worth it. That's what makes me want to come every day to work, and I do love it.
It's going to be a relief that I made it this far. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be grateful that I had those supportive CIS in my life. Well, I would take my life story for proof that this program works, that it does help kids get through schools. And not only does it help them get through school, it helps them get through life. I can honestly say that I can call my counselor any time of the week and she'll still be there for me.
Communities and Schools. Become our partner for a better future.
Hey everybody, I'm Meredith Jorgensen from News 8, and it's the Extraordinary Give. It's finally here. What a day. I'm at the WGAL studios, and you are in 360. Pretty cool, right? Today we'll take you on a virtual journey throughout Lancaster County. We'll talk to residents about why they think it's important to give on this extraordinary day of online giving, and to find out why the generosity of Lancaster County makes such a difference.
Lancaster County is a place built on work ethic, self-reliance, faith, and creativity. We're so fortunate to have abundance surrounding us in beautiful farmland and natural spaces, diverse cultures and traditions, plus thriving businesses, arts, architecture, and educational institutions, all that enhance our quality of life.
So I started Upahar as a social enterprise because I wanted to start a business that was more than just a regular old traditional business. I wanted to use it as a tool for good, to create good food for the community, unusual, distinctive food, while providing employment to people who are newcomers to the community to share their family recipes and earn a living.
You see your neighbors in need and you jump in and help them. So although the county keeps expanding, there's still that in our hearts as Lancastrians, we still believe that there's a reason and a need to help the people who live around you and are part of your community.
There's so much to love about Lancaster. Just look around and you'll see. Extraordinary pride is everywhere. The Extraordinary Give helps people find and support the causes they care about. It unites us in a community-wide celebration of the people and organizations working hard to make Lancaster extraordinary.
The Lancaster community definitely stands out because of its people. Its people are comprised of hard-working, passionate people that want to make a difference and help each other. They have a very strong faith, and they have a mission-driven focus where they long to serve each other. Even in our vineyards, we have lots of people that come out every year just to help us get the job done. And they're very concerned that they do it right, and they help their neighbor. I love living in Lancaster. It's set apart from the rest.
Lancaster County is known for supporting its community. Local churches and businesses have an investment in our future, and our future is here and now. Investing in our children is a way of paying it forward, hoping that our children will come back and reinvest in the next generation. So thank you, Lancaster County, for your generous donation of time and resources that are planting the seed for our future leaders.
Whether your passion is protecting animals and our natural environment, helping those in need, enabling economic growth, or empowering the next generation, you're sure to find an organization committed to your cause among the more than 400 groups taking part in the Extra Give.
The future of Lancaster right now is about collaboration, and particularly collaboration between talented people who care. There's a forward-looking culture that's come to dominate Lancaster in terms of arts, economic development, and I think that's what's great about Lancaster for me. I think that's a real source of pride. Somebody once told me that when you have more than enough, you build a longer table, not a higher fence. And so when we look at all the opportunity present in Lancaster County, we've got to ask, who aren't we yet including in that opportunity, and what are we going to do to include them? I think that people in Lancaster really want to believe that we live in a place where if you work hard, if you bring talent, if you bring, effort, that you can succeed here. And I think that they want to make sure that that's the case.
So here's why you should support the Extraordinary Give. The reason? It matters and it makes a difference. How could it not? More than $6 million, those are real dollars. And there are more than 300 organizations who gear up all year and tell their supporters to come out. And the largest day of online giving is a huge influence for all those nonprofits and organizations that try to make a difference. I know my husband and I pick all of the social enterprises and different organizations that we love to support. We make our generous donation because we know it improves our community. And that's why Lancaster is an extraordinary place to live.
You are a part of what makes Lancaster so special.
Show your extraordinary pride and be part of something big. Support the Extra Give during the 24 Hours of Giving on November 18th.